This is the Oasis inspection system, and Dirk is here with a guest, Olaf Stoffels, to tell us all about it. Guys, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yep, with us right now is Olaf Stoffels from George Products. Olaf, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having me.
What are we looking at today?
Well, we're looking at the Oasis inspection machine, what is basically a visual inspection system. It's to replace a comparator style system. It's very fast and easy to operate. And basically we measure the profile of a part, mostly round parts, and as soon as I put it in my inspection area, we have a little light source here. Here's a camera. We digitalize a shadow, and in this case I'm gonna just search for the program. The computer will now look for the right program, and as you see, we have multiple versions of the same part here.
Okay, so looking at the screen here, so just to explain what happened. So on the screen here, it examined this part, and it saw that there were several parts inspection programs that might have been that part.
That's correct.
Okay.
And as you can see, maybe we have here revision A, revision B, and revision C, so we never deleted the old revisions, but I know I need to take the latest version, that's revision C. I click on it, and the part is already completely measured on the OD. And on the right side, you're going to see here green means basically you're in your tolerance field. We have here the measured value. Then we have the lower limit of the tolerance and the upper limit of the tolerance. And the little diamond what jumps back and forth is basically a visual indicator where you are on your setup. Now you also see that we have a yellow mark, and the yellow mark means you're still in your tolerance, but basically you're getting to the edge of your tolerance. It's a warning field. If it would be out of tolerance, it would be red, and I can quickly show that if I turn the part around. You see we have a lot of red. That would mean that the part is not measured correctly.
This part's interesting too, if I can do this.
Yeah.
So if we go to our gauge cam here, so all I do is I just drop this somewhere in the middle.
Correct.
And it immediately tests it. And
Yes.
Basically, I just have to be basically in the middle of your holder there, right?
Actually, what we say, anywhere in this inspection area, that's basically this block, we guarantee plus minus 1/10 accuracy. So
wow, okay.
As soon as you place it anywhere on this area, it will measure it plus minus 1/10.
So this is good for actually in-process inspection, shop floor inspection, that type of thing, right?
Yes, this machine can be either in final inspection, in-process inspection, wherever you actually do any inspection, this machine would work wonderfully. Because there are no moving part in the machine, actually temperature changes in the shop do not matter very much for the machine itself, and it's very easy to use and operate.
Okay.
Okay. Let's switch to another product. Here we have a little fastener out of the aerospace industry again. I just go to the search button. It's going through the database. It found the part. And what's unique in this setup is that we are actually measuring also the thread. And what we do here is we measure the lead, we measure the major diameter, we measure the pitch diameter, we measure the root diameter, we measure the crust truncation, and also the root radius of the thread. So we basically measure the complete thread.
Okay.
Now we also can collect the data, what is very important. It wouldn't help us if we have everything digitalized and now I have to hand write it down. So if I click the data button up here on the screen, it just has collected the data. And we actually took 10 measurements in the few seconds we were standing here.
Okay.
And if I want to run a report, we actually export it now into Excel. And you're going to see very quickly. It takes a second. And here are now all our data with our tolerances, and we'll tell you if it's passed or failed and so on. So it's a very good system in that regard too.
So you could run this as a go, no-go test just simply by looking. You want to see all greens,
yes.
Right? If you have any red, you would just assume that the part had failed. So you could use it as a go, no-go test, or as you said, you could just hit your data button, and that's going to keep collecting data, and eventually, I'm assuming you can export this data if you wanted to bring into your own SPC program.
Yes, you can export it, and as an example, I had a customer who had dental implants. He had to sort 30,000 parts, and he did that in 2 days.
Okay.
So sorting goes fast like this. You put the part on, everything green, oops, and we know it's a good part.
Now, how difficult is this to program?
Okay, let me just do a quick example. I just clean out the screen here, and let's say we want to measure the corner radius down here. I just click on the icon corner radius. I drag over a box, and as you see, this icon will connect two lines and find the center point. Right mouse button, and now I can actually enable the radius I want to measure, and I can display the radius. And there's my dimension. Now I need to put in my tolerance, what I would take out of my drawing. And
now, do you need to have a golden part in order to do this, or just any part?
No, any part would be fine. It does not have to be in tolerance. The only thing what we need is a part what is approximately the size of the original part, because we need to place the box at the feature.
Oh, okay.
That's all. So, and here I can just type in the tolerance. Let's say it's actually 31,000, and then 0.005, and green means we are in tolerance.
Okay.
And that's how easy it is. Let's say we do a diameter real quick. I just click on the diameter feature and drag the box over the feature I want to measure, and there's already my dimension. Now the reason it is red right now is because we haven't specified any tolerance. As soon as I do that, it will then show if it's good or bad.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can measure things such as run out as well?
Yes, we can measure run out as well. I believe on this item we actually did this. Let's go search again. It found the part, and let's quick unhide it. Actually it did not, but let's just do it real quick. The only thing I have to do is I'm going to go on distance, and now I select the 2 diameter. Here's diameter 1, here's diameter 2. There's a little setting, I have to set it to the Y. And now I see that between these 2 dimensions I have a run out of 4 thousandths.
Okay.
So it's very easy.
And so you could program in your tolerances for run out as well.
That's right, I can do that real quick, tolerance. And here we have only an upper limit, let's say 5 thousandths. I put 5 thousandths in the upper limit level, and there we go.
All right.
All done, I save it. And the next time I do the search feature, it goes through all the programs, found it, and now the part is actually down here showing me the measurement already.
Very good.
Okay. To measure the thread feature is also very easy to program that. We just go to Tools, Threads, Unified, and then I just drag a box over my thread section. I have to have at least 3 full threads, and now I select out of my database's size. This is a 3/8 24. There we go, and OK.
And this is who's the market for this mostly?
The market is any manufacturer of smaller round parts, less than 6 inch in length and about 2.5 inch in diameter. That's the market where we are basically doing best.
And in terms of threads, thread checking, any size thread or really small
Any
threads?
size thread, we're going to go from an odd 80 to I know as big as the screen goes, so 2 inches.
And what about the unit? Is this does this unit come in different sizes?
Yes, we have 2 different sizes. This is the most common version. Basically here we can measure up to 1.85 inches in length and about 1.45 inches in diameter. We make 2 smaller sizes for like medical, dental implants, size products what are very, very small, and then we also make a larger version. But basically the footprint is about this size, so it's very compact.
What kind of accuracy?
Plus minus 1/10.
Okay,
yeah.
Plus minus 1/10, okay. Anything else you want to show us on this?
Well, there's another nice feature. We can actually swivel this over. And now we can mount a glass plate here, and now we can actually also look through a part. It's maybe a little bit hard to see in this setup, but basically we can operate the machine in a horizontal and vertical operation.
So you could do whole diameter. In this case, you could have measured the whole diameter of that as
well.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Well, Olaf, anything else on this before we...
Sure, we can do a few more features on this. If we go to the report again, if I go back here, what is very nice, I go search again. Now, because we use an Excel sheet, sometimes I cannot measure all the features. As an example, here we cannot measure the ID of the part, but it would be important to have it in the report itself. So what I can do is I can add a blank line. And now we have added a blank line, what will show in the report, even so we don't measure. So you can basically generate a full report with all features out of the Oasis machine so that you don't have multiple reports at the same time.
Oh, so then later on you would just go back and manually fill in.
That's correct. I can do that real quick. Let's just put in a tolerance. Let's say we say 1 inch. Okay. And now I'm going to have to save this real quick. And if I take again the data, and now run a report. So down here I can now actually type in the information. And as you see, I only can fill in the information what is open. Okay, so I cannot manipulate the sheet after I'm done. Okay. What's also interesting in the report is that we have 10 trace fields. What we mean with that, we can trace the operator, we can trace the inspector, we can trace the machine the part was run on. So we have 10 open fields we can use, what is very helpful for SPC and things like that.
Okay. Well, Olaf, thank you very much for bringing back. And this is the the Oasis inspection system
from George Products.
From George Products,
and it's made in the US. What's very nice too.
Hey, all right.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, thanks, Mike.